Yeah, come on. Yo, this that spooky shit, that real, that's right. That GMSONIC shit. Hey yo, Mr. Clean. Shout out to Dracula Presley, Corey, Johnny Slash on the beat. Hey yo. Yo, it's the GMSONIC show. Phantom opera flow, permissionless, immutable, unstoppable, spectacular. Gather with Corville and Dracula. Abracadabra, flip shit like a spatula. Few Andre Stan, the master of memes. DeFi king, half man, half virtual machine. No other team can match the collective expertise. No other chain can achieve the supersonic speeds. Home with the most creative tech. What's your favorite decks? Spooky swap, equalizer, Beethoven X. And when I place my bet, I never break a sweat. Worship the open source code like sacred text. Rest assured, battle tested and ready for war. I check the bribes, cast the vote and collect the rewards. Knock at the door, trick or treat. Move like a zombie, but usually I stay cooler than Fonzie. I get surgical with this, call me Dr. Doom. Break the sound barrier, hit you with a sonic boom. We got it wrapped like a mummy in a tomb. It's about time we address the elephant in the room. It's called Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GMSONIC. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. Yo, since the Genesis block, consensus didn't stop. Innovating since day one and never missed the plot. I'm just a humble yield farmer, tending these crops like a routine. See you at the next epoch. Ayo, the DeFi renaissance, yeah, we were part of that. Your favorite dap, Phantom is where it started at. Go to Paint Swap and cop an ancient artifact. Let's run it back so we can 20x the market cap. FTM's the pre-sale, S is the ticker. It's best to zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Brand new tech, brand new insignia. No trivia, we stacking more chips than Nvidia. Graduated from Halloween to a sonic theme. The dead chain resurrected, make you wanna scream. Due diligence, follow the new primitives. Controlled by the citizens, built to move billions. Your mass adoption, that's the only option. We ain't stopping till we locked in the top 10. Who got the best community? Who got the most promise? Who got the most pumponomics? Phantom and now Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GMSONIC. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. Yeah, come on. Yo, this that spooky shit, that real, that's right. That GMSONIC shit. Hey yo, Mr. Clean. Shout out to Dracula Presley, Corey, Johnny Slash on the beat. Hey yo. Yo, it's the GMSONIC show. Phantom opera flow, permissionless, immutable, unstoppable, spectacular. Gather with Corville and Dracula. Abracadabra, flip shit like a spatula. Few Andre Stan, the master of memes. DeFi king, half man, half virtual machine. No other team can match the collective expertise. No other chain can achieve the supersonic speeds. Home with the most creative tech. What's your favorite decks? Spooky swap, equalizer, Beethoven X. And when I place my bet, I never break a sweat. Worship the open source code like sacred text. Rest assured, battle tested and ready for war. I check the bribes, cast the vote and collect the rewards. Knock at the door, trick or treat. Move like a zombie, but usually I stay cooler than Fonzie. I get surgical with this, call me Dr. Doom. Break the sound barrier, hit you with a sonic boom. We got it wrapped like a mummy in a tomb. It's about time we address the elephant in the room. It's called Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GMSONIC. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. Yo, since the Genesis block, consensus didn't stop. Innovating since day one and never missed the plot. I'm just a humble yield farmer, tending these crops like a routine. See you at the next epoch. Ayo, the DeFi renaissance, yeah, we were part of that. Your favorite dap, Phantom is where it started at. Go to Paint Swap and cop an ancient artifact. Let's run it back so we can 20x the market cap. FTM's the pre-sale, S is the ticker. It's best to zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Brand new tech, brand new and
Remember the last time you used a public restroom?
Do not flash the camera in my approach. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Hate me or love me, you watched. That's all you could do. Thank you.
7-10! Yeah, that's right, baby! Come on, don't miss! You wanted it, you got it! Right, this is and he got it! Who do you think you are?
He needs all three to tie. And there's one. And another. One strike away from sending this to sudden death.
That's right, baby! Hey, Weber! That's right! Hey, Weber! Come on, give it up!
Some people might think it's weird that I love Dracula so much, but I know something even weirder. Not doing what makes you happy.
But I warn you, if you make any further inquiries, or if you say a single word to anyone about what you have seen, there will be the most dire consequences for you and your family.
Wow. That's for our fallen brothers out there who couldn't.
Good afternoon. Man.
Good morning. Sonic.
Yeah, I'm all messed up. Yeah, because we do GMSONIC usually. We've done a few GN Sonics, but we've never done GA. I guess it's GA Sonic, right? It's good afternoon Sonic, I guess, this time.
Suppose so. If we're being strict about it, yeah, it's good afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah. So I guess if you're on a EST,
Look,
you are
Sonic,
GA.
Sonic morning, evening, afternoon, middle of the night, witching hour, doesn't matter. It's Sonic 24/7 wherever I am. You know what I'm saying?
It's Sonic time at all times. So,
right. And how has our little baby chain Sonic been doing lately?
Well,
Is it thriving? Is it growing? Is it getting more powerful by the? Oh god damn, dude.
well, we're having, in case you live under a rock, we've had a very intense market reaction to DeepSeek, which is a Chinese AI language model. Basically, stuff like Chat GPT, Claude, whatever, it's all closed source. This was like a really big argument at the beginning of AI, really, as far as, US based is, a lot of people felt like certain things should be open source. Obviously, it hinders development to create these products closed source. But of course, people want to capitalize on it. So DeepSeek kind of like just comes out of nowhere, end of like last week. It's totally free to use. So no revenue, no $20 a month, no whatever. So no cost to use it, totally open source. So it sent the US markets into like a tailspin because
The only problem is it's Chinese.
well,
Chinese AI, dude.
this has been like a conversation that has been going on for some time now, which is, if you ever pull up the chart of the S&P 500,
It's all NVIDIA.
it's just been going like this for about 50 years. But a lot of the S&P 500 right now, the top like 7 out of the top 10 current, companies in it are all like, tech companies. And many would argue we're still in a tech bubble. And I think this kind of, in a way, it kind of proved it, right? Because this news that there was something open source that could, run on less hardware, all this ties into NVIDIA too with the chips. You had to have so many chips to process these things. And I said this in a chat where I said, such a big part of like OpenAI's moat even was how they've hoarded so much of this hardware that's getting harder to get. So,
Speaking of which, the chips, I saw today that Trump announced a tariff on chips from TSMC, I think it's what it's called, the Taiwan company that makes them. And some people have been speculating that the dump was people predicting this as opposed to just DeepSeek, because it's like all of these companies need those chips to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I tend to like believe also that, we do have a big Fed meeting Thursday. I would say it was probably like a combination of factors. Do I think that like, this news about DeepSeek alone like completely tanked the market? I don't truly believe so. It was definitely a factor, didn't help. But as we've talked about on here, before any big Fed meeting, there's pretty much always like a nice market dump. It's just kind of become like a eternal schedule. So we got that, then we got end of the month stuff about to expire, so it's all just kind of coming together.
It's just a freaking bloody nightmare, as my good friend Jordy would say. It's a bloody nightmare.
Well,
it's a bloody ripping. The queen is weeping, I think is what they say where he's from. The queen is weeping in her grave.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's no getting around anymore that the dream, right? The dream when we started in crypto was that Bitcoin would like decouple the fucking traditional markets and would always be, up only. It didn't matter what the stock market was doing. But, the reality is now the crypto market goes very, hand in hand with the stock market, the traditional markets. There's just too much, institutional money in it now. So yeah, as can be expected, stock markets, big tumble. So crypto is going to get hit even harder. So that's all we needed in crypto was something else to make price bad, right? That's all we needed right now.
Yeah, the one thing we've all been waiting for is just another reason to push the markets down even further. And we got it. Thank God, finally. I think there's also a lot of uncertainty just because of the tariffs. I mean, it's all the economies are tied together. This whole, I mean, maybe it's easier now to say in retrospect, but this delusion that we had that crypto markets would decouple from traditional markets was complete madness, because it's like, as long as the two are connected and value can transfer between them, obviously things in one are going to affect the other. And especially if it's something as drastic as, like, no more computer chips, fucks everybody over, right? Like, so
yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's like you couldn't really have your cake and eat it too, right? You wanted crypto to be like this sovereign market that wasn't affected by the macro, effects of the market. Well, you want that, but then the dream has also always been, once all the banks and hedge funds and 401ks and, once everything else is allowed to get in, then we're going to like go to Valhalla. So, that's kind of the problem. You can't really have both. So, and that box has long been open, so there's no going back, really.
Yeah, there's no going back, not until we launch another Bitcoin fork, and this one is the real true Bitcoin. Then we can do this all over again.
Bitcoin 3.
So a little Illuminati wants to know, when will the bleeding stop? What's our worst case support? And I got to throw that back at you. You're the one in the Illuminati, dude. You tell me.
Well, if we're looking here, this is, I'm on a 12-hour because we still don't have like a ton of Sonic. What I can do, see if I can get something here that pulls up
Duck Quan investment strategy.
And I'm here. I mean, this isn't like a huge help either.
All right, guys, I got my quant throwing the stats on the chart right now.
That's right.
Well, they still trade 1-to-1, right? So the Phantom chart.
Yeah, I mean,
what is the price decoupling? There's no price decoupling between Phantom and Sonic at the present, is there?
I don't believe so. Honestly, what I think right now is we got to stay, above 40 here. And this is just going off the top of my head because they've removed a lot of the Phantom charts off TradingView. But what I can say is we're in a zone right now where traditionally 50 cents to like mid 20s is kind of like a no man's land churn. So we really want to keep 40. I feel like we're bottoming out here. That would be what I would say is, we lose 40. It's kind of like any person's, we could go down to like mid 20s. I mean, of course we don't want to see that. But I think, like I said, where we're at right now, a lot of this is knee-jerk kind of reaction to the market stuff, which that tends to clear itself up relatively faster than, say, a new war or, whatever. So yeah, I personally, in terms of bleeding, I would say this area, the 40 cents area, is kind of what I would like to see in terms of it slowing down.
Fingers crossed down to 40, but if you want to place a stink bid, place it around maybe like 35, 32.
Yeah. If you're placing bids, I'd probably go in like 35, 37, something like, you might catch a wick.
Yeah.
But it's crypto, so it's hard to always just speculate purely off charts since we have so many other things that can affect the market. But that's kind of what I would be eyeing right now is probably, set some bids there about 37, 38. But this could be the bottom here. So
yeah. And you know what? Maybe we're thinking about this all wrong, Dracula. Maybe we're thinking about it backwards. Maybe price isn't the most important thing. I read a great tweet by someone the other day that was saying we need to stop worrying about price. We need to start worrying about community. And Love, and I think it was Alex Friedman. Alex Friedman, is that his name? The guy in the suit.
Oh yeah,
we need to worry about love. It's all about love. And so, what projects do we love in fantasy? If we love Sonic projects, maybe the price will just follow.
This is an amazing setup here for what I wanted to talk about. You know what I love?
What's that?
I love when Beethoven just puts in work here and
Wow.
got some new boosted pools. You know, we like to give everybody a little update in terms of you know, when there's something that like something good to farm, especially like where you can like earn and get like good points, you know, for the airdrop and everything. So they just put this out, I mean, like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, dude, they've got a boosted stable rings pool.
Yeah. So this is like, I mean, so literally the pool is SC, USD, and USDC, right? Let me get down to the info here. All right, here's what we want to see here. So SC, USD, USDC, right? So that means you're just working purely in stables, no IL, because they're both, you know, both a dollar. Now here's where it gets crazy, right? So they've set up this system to basically like, you know, you deposit in the pool. They have it worked out here. I guess it like let's see what it says about Silo here. You know, Silo is a lending protocol that's giving out a lot of incentives right now. So yeah, so basically you put in SC, USD, USDC. They run it through Silo, so you're getting Silo incentives. You know, and they're giving out pretty good APR. Has beefy auto compounding it. So turning your S rewards into USDC, right? So they have this whole thing going here. So the benefit is 12x multiplier on your SCUSD, 10x multiplier on your USDC. You are getting paid rewards in USDC. You are getting swap fees from Beethoven, staked S incentives from Beethoven, and your rewards are automatically auto compounded. So this thing is like insane. I mean,
Wow.
and you know, I pulled it up on their site. Now, of course, this could change fast, I'm sure, as it like fills up. But 40, you know, like 45%. I mean, on a stable token pool that basically has no IL. I mean, that's crazy.
Psycho, dude. That's psychotic.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
shouldn't be like that.
I really shouldn't even be like sharing that with you because you guys are about to dilute me. But yeah, I just want to say shout out to Beethoven on that. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing now is, you know, yes, price bad price, win dev, win marketing, you know, get it all out of your system. But the thing is that we've also been talking about TVL, right? And DeFi Llama also just had a thing here about, you know, just kind of some stats on TVL. TVL continues to grow, right? And before I talk about this, I mean, here's what I'm seeing, right? Because I've had several people ask me, like, what does it mean if TVL keeps going up, but you know, the market's going down, right? How is TVL going up? And what it says to me is that Sonic came out and said, we want to be the DeFi chain, right? We're bringing DeFi back. We want to be like, you know, Phantom was like the DeFi chain. We want Sonic to be the DeFi chain on steroids. So the TVL increasing, what that tells me is people are bringing their stables and their Ethereum over, because there already are some really great DeFi opportunities. You know, now it's like you got Shadow, you got Equalizer, you got SwapX. Metro just launched yesterday, had a very successful launch. Lots of traffic and volume there. You know, you still got Spooky, you got Solidly, you got Silver Swap, you got auto compounders, you got Silo with lending. I mean, I could keep going on and on. But the point is that we're still early, but there's already a ton of DeFi going on. And TVL increasing, it tells me that people are saying, hey, I see good opportunities here. I see good yield, So to me, that says it's working. The plan is working, right? So what DeFi Llama says here is, we've had a very strong growth pattern. TVL is up 27x in the past month. So that is an impressive, that's an impressive stat. Look at here just from the beginning of the month. Like just watching this thing like exponentially climb.
That volume change is crazy.
Yeah, the volume's crazy.
So like everyone that's asking, they're begging for this to translate into price action for the S token itself.
Yeah.
Is that even feasible? Or is it, you should be placing your bets on specific projects tokens?
Yeah, I think that right now, maybe that signals that it's not as much like a strong, I want direct exposure to S. That doesn't mean it's not coming, right? Like I said, I think that the TVL growing signals that, obviously people are moving funds here. People are coming to the chain. There's no way that ultimately that doesn't translate into demand for S one way or the other.
Yeah. But it's honestly mind blowing. Sorry to cut you off. It's like I feel like I should make this testimonial here. I just swapped my Beats pool like on stream here in like 30 seconds, dude. And I want to stress how like crazy that is, especially for like financial use cases. If you've ever used any other chain, even other new ones like Solana or whatever, it takes a long time to move my money around. And this was like instant, dude. Like it's honestly mind-boggling. Like it's faster than my bank account. You know what I mean? Which is like exactly what you'd want if you're working with your financials, right? I want to get in and out as fast as possible. So it totally makes sense. And I think as people continue to explore this and share this with people, they're kind of gonna realize, right?
Yeah.
And why would I do DeFi elsewhere?
And I do kind of tend to have a pet peeve, which is sometimes people talk about S price or projects on S price without even just doing a glance at what's happening in the market, right? So Bitcoin is staying strong, right? But alts are still just wobbly. Alts are, we're not in alt season yet. We're still just kind of, we make some ground, then we take a couple steps back. I think that this is actually, all of this is actually, if you're worried about price action, I think all this is actually, it's better to be happening like this right now with, you had the things like the exchanges having to all wind down their leverage stuff. So that's just now kind of restarting. In a way, it's like a reboot for real, we are kind of rebooting in this area where, okay, it's getting back on the exchanges. People are getting into leverage again. People are coming to the chain. They're having to get tokens. People are, at this price wanting to start speculating on the token again. So, in some ways it's better that this all happened now than say we're in a full blown euphoria phase of a bull run and all this is happening right now.
Yeah. So I think this is another conversation we've seen going around on Twitter a lot, I'm sure. I take it that you see we're not even on that Market Street psychology chart, you know what I mean? We haven't hit euphoria yet. You think we're still in disbelief?
Yeah, I'll let's see. Let's see if I can find that.
Not in complacency yet, fellas.
Yeah, I know exactly what chart you're talking about, but let's see if I can take a stab at where I think we are here. Here it is. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Okay.
See, personally, I feel like the Jeets are in anger because that's pretty much just where they stay.
Who shorted the market? Yeah, I would honestly say, I think, yeah, I'd say we're somewhere around here.
Wow, still early.
Yeah, I think we're somewhere around here.
Even with the FaZe Banks clan making their appearance, huh?
Yeah, I think we're somewhere around here. Here's the thing, like, if you're watching the market, like, we are nowhere near a bear market yet, right? We're just not in a bear. We're not in a bear market. It's not here yet. Now, there has always been talks about like maybe this cycle is different. Maybe this cycle isn't going to follow a lot of the things the last cycles have done. We've talked about this many times. I tend to believe that this chart is pretty accurate in just about any asset class or anything you're trading, right? So yeah, I'd say we are somewhere around here.
Right on.
We are far from euphoria, but
we're in hope still. That's why you still see people saying, "Oh no, it's not real. It's not real. We're just getting out of disbelief."
Yeah. I would tend to go with that, but you know, I guess it also depends. I think a lot of people that make the argument that we're already done are the people that are just like, I mean, if you only hold Bitcoin, have we already done this? My answer is I don't think so, but I can understand the idea. You know, they're like Bitcoin's up like, I don't know what, 6x or whatever. Almost 6x. Like, okay. But I still don't think Bitcoin is like, Bitcoin is settling at 100K, right? This is not like a bull market euphoria blast. It grinded to get where it is.
I see. It didn't do 20,000 in a single day.
No, my idea is, you know, when you see like that gradual grind up, like we were looking for like a new support, a new floor, which 100K is fantastic. You couldn't ask for better if you're talking about like new support, new floor, you know?
I don't think the bull market will really kick off until Ethereum hits $10,000. If that will ever happen.
That will be in 2029.
So you guys got a long game to play still.
Yeah, book it. 2029, man.
Now what about DeFi? Is that gonna get us there quicker, you think? DeFi.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Something else I wanted to touch on was this hackathon. I think that's gonna be pretty. I think that's gonna be pretty bullish for Sonic.
Danny's preemptively fled to Antarctica.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. Yeah, he's hanging out in Antarctica right now.
For when he gets arrested, they issue the warrant for his arrest. He's already in Antarctica, so he's safe.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty bullish for the chain. They've already got some big partnerships, you know, right off the jump, you know, Hey Anon, Dora, and Cerebro. But the people keep piling on, which is awesome. I mean, there's already a $250,000 pool for prizes and stuff, which is huge. But just about every day, they announced this, I think, like 3 or 4 days ago. Ever since they've announced this, people keep hopping on, which is crazy. Like D-Bridge alone is saying, hey, you know, you entered a hackathon, integrate D-Bridge, we're also giving up prizes, you know, like, so, and there's other things like that too. I mean, like almost ever since they've announced, it's like right here, like Safe is sponsoring.
Well, this is awesome. So Sonic is offering the smallest prize. It's every other. They're offering a way bigger prize. Is that? Am I reading that right?
Well, no, the main pool is 250,000.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not sure who's putting that up. I mean, I'm guessing Sonic. Or, you know, they've worked it out with their partners. But what I was saying with the D-Bridge thing is that ever since they've announced, there's people like D-Bridge, like Safe, like, you know, someone will hop out and say, oh, by the way, like we're kicking in some money too if you like integrate us into your, you know, hackathon project or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
So here's some of the judges. Michael Kong, Seg, founder is Cerebro, lead engineer is Cerebro, and of course, Daniele.
Oh, Uh-oh, Daniele.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, I think it's great though. Excited to see. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I think, we're, like I said, we're still just kind of early days right now, but protocols are launching every day. Feels like Sonic is embracing the, DeFi AI, whatever. They're embracing that, putting that out there, being proactive, like, hey, this is taking off. Let's do a hackathon. Front ran other chains on that to my knowledge, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, they got that, but on top of that, teasing of Meme Season 3.
Oh, finally.
And everyone's been clamoring for it for, forever. So we don't have an exact date yet. I heard some people saying it started 4 days. It's like, no, it didn't start 4 days ago. This was like kind of like a joke, it says it's a schedule for a meeting about the meme competition. But I would imagine if they're teasing it, we got to be close, right? So I'm assuming maybe sometime in February.
Yeah, it's exciting, especially because so many people are saying that memes are completely dead now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, I think what happens is, like I said, Sonic is supposed to be the DeFi chain. Memes kind of carried the network on its back. Like memes carried Phantom for like the last almost year of its life. Because anyone that was building something intense or a big project, they're saying, I'm waiting for Sonic. There was like literally nothing to do besides trade memes, Equalizer, Flywheel, Beethoven was still running, but it was like, that was about it, right? There wasn't a lot going on. I mean, so I think it was bound to happen that I think there was too many memes, to be honest. Most chains don't have like 20 popular memes. Most chains don't have 10 popular memes. Most chains don't have 5 popular memes. Most chains have like 1 to 3 big memes, right? That you know of. So I could see it happening. I think that was kind of like a culling that was also coming, because now we do have DeFi stuff happening. And then obviously with Anon, hey, Anon, that's like an entire new subset of projects and things to ape. And, so I can kind of see that, memes, we're going to like take a beating. I don't think memes are done or anything like that, right? I mean,
I was saying more, not just on Phantom and Sonic, just in general. I see people saying Solana memes are dead. Trump killed Solana memes with Trump and Melania token.
Well, I do got to say, ask yourself in your heart if a 78-year-old man launching a meme token is a top signal. We should probably just think about that. But, I don't think memes are memes. Like, like it's a class.
FaZe Banks is the top signal for me, dude. I'm sorry. FaZe Banks.
He's always first, bro. It's an asset class inside crypto that's been here for years. It's the class itself is not going anywhere. You're always going to have DeFi. You're always going to have memes, all that stuff. But to me, that's exciting, right? Having, DeFi AI, that's like the equivalent of, these hedge fund guys getting their hands on Bitcoin. It's like, we haven't had a new kind of like AI and DeFi AI, like it's like a new class of assets in crypto, right? That we haven't had like anything new really show up. Like you had DeFi, you had like gambling, and you had like memes. So now we have like, a 4th or 5th category, which I think is nice. That's more stuff.
I agree. I think it's kind of a mix of a couple of them. It's almost like it's almost like a modifier for other ones, like the AI stuff.
Yeah.
DeFi and memes specifically.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is great though, because, it's going to pump some life back into the memes, maybe spread some liquidity out,
Yeah, spread that liquidity out,
Yeah, just get it out there a little bit, spread it out a little bit. yeah, I mean, we got the DeFi AI hackathon, we got meme competition coming, we got
This is juice,
protocols,
dude.
you know. So I think we're, you know, they're setting it up here, you know.
Elionelli, SKLS, and GRT. What's going on with price? I'm so confused, bro. It went down. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. What I would recommend is scrolling back on the stream here. That was what we did for the last like 20, 30. So scroll back, you'll get some info.
Yeah, you'll get some insights. Next up, let me look at the title of the stream. We got DeFi popping off, Beam Comp 3, and then we have a secret revelation why Andre really quit.
Yeah, so
Can we talk about this? Is this a lie?
I think we can talk about this. I mean, you know, he he dropped this today. It's, you know, a blog post, so I think it's fair game. It's not a super long post, but basically what he's saying is that everybody thought he kind of quit because of the stuff that was going on with Solidly, and there was kind of like this image conveyed that he kind of just like rage quit, and everybody assumed it was because of Solidly and some other stuff going on. But this article lays out that he quit because he started to, in 2021, get letters from the SEC that, you know, became increasingly more threatening. It started with, you know, him being able to kind of answer, like they'd send him a letter and it was like something he could answer. Then they'd send him another letter and it would be like, well, okay, I guess I can like do the research on that and give you an answer. And then they just kept coming. So it got to the point where he had to like get legal counsel, and, you know, he had like legal people basically working on this all the time. And it kind of got to a point where things like Yearn and Maker, he had intentionally set them up to hopefully avoid any kind of like financial like conflicts. So they were intentionally set up to where like he basically didn't get like founder allocations or really any kind of revenue from the projects. Like that you typically would when you're like a founder or, you know, a team or whatever. So it kind of grinded him down to where he felt like he wasn't really like getting compensated for the work he's doing because he had to set it up a certain way. And then all his free time is being spent having to like have like legal people figuring out how he can comply with these letters from the SEC. Which sounds like a hard place to be in, right? That sounds like a pretty stressful position. Yeah.
They were harassing him, dude. They were jamming his shit up, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, it's no secret that, you know, Gary Gensler, it was an SEC unlike anything in history and probably will never be anything like it again. They'll probably make movies about this shit in 10 years from now when crypto is more, you know, instead of like The Big Short, they'll have a movie about like how like Gary Gensler was basically like a political lapdog on like a freaking hit squad. You know what I mean? More than like just being in charge of the SEC.
I think they already did. Let me see if I can find it.
So, you know, and Andre kind of says, you know, if you want to find the clues, if you recall, a couple of my last posts were all about regulation stuff, and it kind of threw people for a loop. Because right before he bounced, he's like writing about regulation, and so people were like, "Oh, like Andre works for the CIA. He's a Fed now."
Oh, it makes so much sense. He was doing that because he wanted them to get off his fucking back. He was like, please,
I suppose so.
Belly up. He was like, please, yes, I love regulation. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually believe Andre's the kind of guy where he was writing about it because he was saying like, he was saying that like the questions they were asking him were taking so much time and research. And he's like, I wish I just knew what the fuck they wanted from me and like how I could do it. There being no regulation, because he was trained as a lawyer too, right? A South African lawyer. So I mean, I don't know what the fuck they teach you down there. Part of my,
but he also had to bring in straight up counsel that had like more experience in like regulation, just to try to figure out how he was supposed to like what data and how he was supposed to give it. Because yeah, like you said, notoriously the issues were that the SEC was going after people but refused to make hard rules themselves on how this should work. So yeah, he just says that's kind of the story. Didn't feel like I could really talk about it. I was advised not to talk about it in that environment, which also makes sense, right? Like if you want to go on like a full-blown public rant against the SEC that's very high profile, they're probably gonna take another look at your case.
Oh yeah. Because Gensler was a kind of a gangster, dude. I found the little short video that they made about him. If you want to, we can play it as we close it out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I get it, you know, he's just saying I couldn't really talk about it. That's what's going on. Based on what's happening in the USA now, I feel like I can kind of like share my story. You know, as we talked about last episode, apparently the foundation is like kind of eyeing maybe like a US office, which is, you know, that's what we can hope for here in the US at least, is that, you know, they're trying to, you know, whether they do it is still yet to be seen, but the language is that they want to make the US like a crypto hub again, compared to the Biden Gensler days where people were packing up their offices and, you know, going overseas, or if people were starting projects, they were just not even bothering being here. They were incorporating in another country, having their operations in another country. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I mean, we're hoping that this becomes a crypto-friendly nation again.
Yeah, I mean, how ironic is it that a nation that bullied Andre Cronje off the internet is now welcoming him with open arms? It's schizo, bro. Well, I mean, hopefully, you know, things continue to move in a positive direction. We'll see. Trump has been really busy with these executive orders, so
yeah,
maybe he'll have one that says South African software developers
are also safe.
Yeah, are also safe.
Well, yeah, I think that's do you have that video queued? I guess that's about all we got today. It's funny enough, we had our little LA trip to work on some stuff for the council, and like we've like both been sick, so we're both like moving through here today.
We got completely owned by LA. Here we go. This is the Gensler by Lil Bubble.
Yeah.
Gary's on the beat, ho. Hey, Gary's on the beat, ho. We know why this criminal fired me, bro. Chart down. Market started screaming, oh, geez, bro. Need you back. Save us from this shit. Gary, please. No. But bros asking for hugs. Tried to laugh me out the SEC. They get rugs. First they wanted ETFs, pump funds, levered options. Now it's Trump's camp launching coins. Somebody stop there. Stop there. Stop there. Stop there.
Look at his face, dude.
Let him burn and laugh my ass off while I'm watching. Sometimes you gotta walk away to let him miss you. On-chain crime tidal wave, let it hit you. I'm smiling ear to ear. Baron, take a picture. Whip you. I'm a little richer, so you're richer. Say, folks, I hear you like scams. Don't come crying to me, it's out of my hands. I tried to help you, but Donald had other plans. I guess a few more drugs, you'll understand. It's kind of funny how you were all scared of me. And now you get the whole Trump family.
Oh my
Said you
God.
didn't need protection, but it's evident. Certified rubber boy? Nah, that's your president. Drop. Done, fuck them up. Stop. No, it's not enough. Thought you were safe when your boy got fired. Now you're just the exit liquidity for insiders.
This is brutal, dude. Lil Bubble is brutal for this.
Yeah.
They don't like me. They don't like me. They don't like me. Hey. They don't like me or SEC. I'll let them be. Hey. They don't like me. They don't like me. They don't like me. Hey.
Should we get this
like
chat?
me
Should we give
or
this video a
SEC.
like or
I'll
not?
let them
Dislike,
be.
a like.
Suckers.
I'm giving it a dislike.
All right, let's give it a dislike.
But yeah, give it that thumbs down. All right, love to see it. But yeah, that's what we got today. We will be back Friday, and I think we're gonna have a guest Friday, but I won't give it away quite yet. So.
Yeah, it'll be a cool guest though. It won't be like these other boring guests you guys see around a lot of the time. It'll be a cool guest.
But yeah, we will see you guys later this week, and thanks for hanging out for the special good afternoon, Sonic.
Yeah. Catch you guys later. Peace.
GMSONIC is Corval and Dracula Presley. GM.